There's a new exhibit on display at the Valentine Museum that talks about the summer of unrest in 2020.
It's anchored by one of the Confederate statues from Monument Avenue that protesters tore to the ground. Richmond reporter Henry Graff shows us around and tells us what's next for the other monuments.
Valentine did a study in fall of 2020 seeing what Richmonders wanted done with the statues. 80% of those living here in the city say the statue should be in a museum like this one with context. Inside the Valentine, a monumental message. The statue of a fallen Confederate president no longer high atop a pedestal.
This is a great first step in beginning the conversation about what's next.
Wednesday, museum curators at the Valentine unveiled a temporary exhibit on loan from the Black History Museum and Cultural Center of Virginia.
To have them off of public streets where you can't consent into a public institution of education and learning, to me, I think is only natural.
The bronze statue of Jefferson Davis went up on Monument Avenue in 1907. During a summer of unrest in 2020, protesters tied a rope around the statue and used a truck to pull it down from its spot on Monument.
We wanted to make sure that that paint stays applied, that the damage that occurred to it when it was pulled down by protesters, that it stays just that way.
Now all that history is documented on information plaques around the statue.
We can learn from them, and I don't think that we should forget them. You know, if they stayed in storage, a child born today may not have any idea of how bad it really was.
The Davis statue was created by Edward Valentine in a studio that is now part of the Valentine Museum. The statue arrived from the city's wastewater treatment plant last Monday. Curators hope feedback cards will help decide the fate of the other statues, which is still unknown.
So we're able now to tell that full story that happened here in Richmond. And of course, we're looking for feedback too.
As long as the statue remains here, the Valentine says admission will be free if you want to come into the museum on Wednesdays. On your side in Richmond, Henry Graff, NBC 12 News.